Hey you guys, okay, so Happy New Year, and I know I've been MIA for the longest, but I have lots of explaining to do, which I'm gonna get around to in my new video. So let's jump into this tutorial. Right now I'm putting moisturizer on my client's face. I'm just applying it with a brush. You don't have to be extra, but I like to be professional about it. I'm drying that, and now I am moving on to the primer for the eyeshadow. So this is pretty much taking all the extra precautions for your skin. You want to take care of good skin for good makeup. And that's like one of the keys to get good makeup is take care of your skin and moisturize and make sure you know if you're dry skin, oily skin, or combination, or both. So here I'm just applying it with a generic brush. This eye primer is from Decay. It's going to make the colors pop and be more smoother of a transition for the colors to blend and everything. Next, I'm setting that eye primer with a medium brown shade close to her skin tone, so that way it's like a blank canvas for the colors that we're going to build on top of that. Now I am holding the eye to get that crease. I want this color to go specifically in the crease, so you want to manipulate your client's face so that way the color goes to where you want it to go. I'm blending in small circles, orange into the crease and into the socket, and I'm taking small amounts and building on top of that, so that way I can control how opaque the eyeshadow is. Yes, and blend, honey, blend. That is the key to good makeup, blending. Now I'm taking a medium brown, a little bit darker than the base that we actually set the eye primer in, and I'm just putting that directly underneath that orange where we blended it before. And I'm using the same blending brush and going in circles, blending that into the orange, into the crease, so that way it's a little bit more defined to the eye. Okay, you guys, so I'm still blending with my Morphed 330 brush. Like I said, blending is very important. Now I'm taking my Morphed 431 brush, which is a small pencil brush, and I am creating a lid for her. So my client has a small lid, and this is the chance for you to, like I said, manipulate your face and create a higher lid, or a smaller lid if you wanted to. But yeah, I'm doing that, and I'm going back in with my 330 brush from Morphed, blending all of those colors together all the way out to the outer V in small circular motions, still holding that brow up so that way I can see what I'm doing, and I'm controlling where the colors go. You guys, I'm sick, so forgive me. Okay, so here I am applying some more of that primer to her lid, so that way we can etch out where we want our pigmented eyeshadow to go. And I'm just going to take a brush. You'll see me here spraying it with some setting spray, and I'm using the Decay All Night Setting Spray. And I'm just packing. I'm not swiping. I'm packing that color onto that primer. And I'm going slightly beneath that line that we created with the Morphed M431 brush, which is where I gave her a higher crease. Now you don't have to blend this if you didn't want to. If you wanted a statement and just that pop of color, you can of course leave it like that. But me being me, I'm blending that harsh line into the orange that we applied earlier, and I'm taking some of that orange and blending it so that way I'm melting those colors together. Okay, now I'm taking some adhesive for glitter. And I'm applying that with my M204 brush from Morphed. And I'm taking black glitter from Beige. I think it was called Black Crystal, if I'm not mistaken. You guys are going to get fallout. So here, I should have put setting powder underneath her eyes, but I didn't. And I was very foolish. But yes, I'm putting that glitter everywhere we just packed that black pigment. Apply more adhesive if you need to, and continue to build. Okay, I'm using Smashbox Photo Finish Primer, which is a silicone primer. I know you use moisturizer, but still, like I said, good skin is good makeup, and you want to make sure your skin is well taken care of, and making sure that primer goes down to the neck as well, because we will be putting makeup there as well. So this is Cover FX and Custom Enhancement Drops, and I'm using the shade Candlelight, which is a beautiful bronzy gold, and I'm blending it out with my beauty blender, damp of course, and the traditional places that you would highlight: the forehead, the bridge of the nose, the cupid's bow, and the top of your cheekbones. Now I'm highlighting before I put the foundation or the concealer on, because I want that dewy, healthy skin look. And this is my trick. I use concealer here for the foundation, so that way it's less heavy on the skin and the skin can still be recognizable underneath the makeup and the powder. My client has a beautiful mole on her nose, and after I blended this LA Girl Pro Concealer in the shade Chestnut, I blended that out. You can still see her, beauty marks, and you can still see the skin pushing through. To a lot of people, this may seem like this is a lot of makeup, but I like to do makeup light-handed because, there's a lot of steps nowadays, and it can look very heavy to a person and feel very heavy. Like, I don't like feeling like my skin can't breathe through the makeup, so this is why I oftentimes use concealer instead of foundations as well. And plus, concealers are more blendable than foundations. So now I'm going in with my favorite concealer. This is NARS Creamy Radiance Concealer in the shade Caramel. It's going to help me bring out those beautiful yellow golden undertones. And I want you guys to pay attention to her cupid's bow. So I see a lot of people putting product all over their cupid's bow, but this is just the wrong way of doing it. Like, you want to do it on top of your cupid's bow, so that way it looks like the light is hitting directly there and not all over the top of your mouth. So I'm taking Rihanna's brand Fenty Beauty matching trio Stix. This is in the Set Deep, and I'm using Suede to further push her highlight on her forehead and to cut her cheeks for her contour. And I'm blending that down. You don't want to blend that up. You want to blend that down so that way, you create the illusion of having more prominent cheekbones. I had her tilt back so that way, the fallout could be controlled on the glitter. But a little tip, you do not want to drag that concealer under your eye all the way to your ear. That will widen your face, and you don't want to do that. That's the point of contouring and highlighting. So when she dips down, you'll see where I stopped. So I stopped right there at the tail of her brow, which is how you get that centered glow face. And I'm setting that highlight with another favorite brand that's a drugstore product for my women of color. It's a very, very, very gorgeous product for you guys is Black Radiance, and it's a pressed powder in the shade Creamy Beige. You can use this as a foundation, but I'm using this as her setting powder today, and then you will see me layer my other favorite products, which is Sacha Buttercup setting powder on top of that, just to further push her highlight and make it a little bit more glam, and to bring out some yellow undertones in her skin. Now I do things different. I contour as I'm setting my highlight, so that way I can know exactly where I need to place my contour and blend on top of that. So I'm using Fenty Beauty's Espresso, once again out of the matching trio Stix. And I'm going underneath her lip and her cheeks and her jawline, and I'm blending it all out with a very special brush that I got from Sephora for becoming a VIB Rouge member. It's the Pro Mini Flawless Airbrush. You guys, this brush feels like butter. Okay, so I'm going back to Sephora really soon to get the bigger version of this brush, because the way it blends is like, this is the truth, you guys. So I'm blending, and I don't know if I may have talked about it. No, I didn't. I took that, her nose contour, and I brought it up to her brow, just so that way I can melt those colors together. There should not be no type of harsh line whatsoever. And I'm dusting that off with my M400 brush, while leaving still a little trace of the setting powder underneath her eye, so that way it can, you know, help with the creasing and all of that. Right now she's Chloe, she's matte. I'm setting her with my Real Techniques face brush. I'm setting the contours with, once again, the Black Radiance pressed powder in the shade Ebony. And I'm going back in with those enhancement drops to further push the highlight. Now this time I'm putting the highlight underneath her, the arch of her brow and her inner corner of her eyes, and where we originally highlighted before. And what this is going to do is, you know, make it look a little bit more shiny, because the highlight underneath still wasn't pushing through, but it's going to make it look real more natural. So I'm putting Lancome Black Noir mascara on. This would be the part where you would put lashes on, but my client didn't want lashes, so it's all in, you know, specifications and what look your client wants. Now we're going in with the brows, and I have a very special technique. I take my M326 brush from Morphed, and I follow the natural brow with the Anastasia Dip Brow Pomade in the shade Auburn, which is a very light reddish brown. And then I go in with that same brush and I touch up the tail of the brow, and I go halfway in the brow with Ebony and the same product, Anastasia Dip Brow Pomade, just to create more of a dimensional brow. So sometimes I see people put their brows on and it's very flat. It just looks very two-dimensional. So I like to create more dimension with my makeup, and I blend that out using the Brow Wiz from Anastasia Beverly Hills pencil and mascara wand. I take that mascara wand and I blend everything together. And you want to go in small strokes. You don't want to literally draw lines on your face. You want to go in small strokes to create hair-like, you know, structures, I guess. Okay, I'm going back in with that 330 brush from Morphed, and I am blending and smoking her lower lash to create more of a glamour look. Once again, if you had lower lashes, you could pop that on there if you wanted to, but again, my client didn't want that. And I didn't have black lipstick, so yeah, I was kicking myself for that. But I took that Urban Decay All-Nighter Setting Spray and I went into, again, my Morphe 25A palette, and I packed some black eyeshadow on those lips and called it a day. And this is a very like glamorous, grungy type of look. It's very much a look that you can wear, you know, going out, or, you know, if you wanted to wear on New Year's, you could do that as well. But and that's it, you guys. Get into that. You see that brow highlight though? Like, oh my gosh. Come on. So yeah, she was feeling herself, you guys. And she loved it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. And here is my social media. And feel free to follow me. Okay, guys. Bye.